He'll bring it out. It's Coffee. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. So Stanford's offense will have plenty of work to do after that return was bottled up. Here he comes, and obviously defense is always going to be aware of a quarterback, but boy, he finds a way to put defenses on their heels all the time, David.
I mean, what can't he do? He's got the weapons, he's got the confidence, he's got the experience. Jesse, these kind of guys are so hard to defend.
You're right. They better be able to find a way to get pressure on him, because if they don't, this is going to be a long day.
To the air on first down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. He's looking for an open man on second down. And the heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line.
You got to give the defense tons of credit because we know how much speed this quarterback has. That time you saw the pursuit. They were able to bring him down for a big loss on the sack.
On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Finds his man. It's Coffee. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. The Cardinal will have to boot it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Gets his first one of the day away, and that matches his total from that victory last week. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. The Hurricane offense will get its first crack at it now. This matchup on the outside, Jesse, a big play weapon for the offense, a shutdown corner for the D.
They say big-time players make big plays in big games, so who gets the best of this matchup? That's going to determine the game.
I mean, such a fun chess match. How much are they on each other during the game, the head-to-head matchup that everybody wants to see?
Grabbed behind the line, it's Sanders. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. That's the way to start a drive. Now they'll snap it just shy of midfield. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Plows through the defense. And that's a very productive first down play in bringing up 2nd and 3. Looking for a man. It's Burden. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. Might be decision time if the defense can get a stop on third down from the 45. They'll try to get it through the air. Pass is incomplete, but a lot of contact there. I think it's going to be pass interference and a first down.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Catch in the middle. It's Dixon. Touchdown, Miami! And once he got loose, it was all over.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the points come on a pass from 39 yards out. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Stanford has it back, the Cardinal offense returning to the field. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4. Stanford quickly to the line. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged, but when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. 4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. He'll bring it back. It's Sanders. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, Mick.
And the ball is picked off, bringing it back. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
QBs have to understand, when I'm throwing against zones, I got to manipulate guys with my eyes. I might have to look one direction to create an opening to throw that ball or zip that ball in. I got to use touch. It's really hard when...
And the pass hits, picked off. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always remember your first interception. They'll always remember this moment.
The give from the gun. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Guys, in basketball through the years, we've seen the Big Ten ACC Challenge, and it'll be fun to watch this one on the football field.
I think this is going to be a real test of physicality. I know these are 2 conferences that pride themselves on that, going out and establishing the line of scrimmage. So, David, interesting X's and O's matchup here in this one.
Yeah, and it's always cool to have those measuring stick opponents. Like, once we start getting deeper in the season...
And that pass picked off. Couldn't find a ton of room on that return, but that small change, they take over at the 43. 1st down here for the offense. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. He'll do it himself. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Just this side of midfield, the defense trying to rise up on 3rd and short from the 49. Looking to throw for it. Caught in the backfield. It's Kane.
Let's give the defense there some credit on 3rd down. They took all the options away, throwing downfield, forced him to check it down to his back in the perimeter, and then they rushed to the ball carrier, showing you the speed, nowhere to go, forcing him out of bounds.
And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over. Move it behind you. Something.
He's going to let it go. And it falls incomplete, and the offense is lucky to have it. Defender right there almost had it in his grasp.
Oh, man, the quarterback almost just threw his 2nd interception on as many drives. He's trying to fit that football in there. It gets tipped up in the air. He's lucky that wasn't picked off.
Finds a man on the left. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line.
Well, it's a nice job snagging that pass. Miami has a tradition of Heisman Trophy quarterbacks. I get that, but guess what? If you're going to win Heisman Trophies, you're probably throwing to very talented wide receivers. Let's not forget about all the great receivers the Hurricanes have had as well. And they've got a special group this year. This guy right here is one of those dudes. He can beat you one-on-one with his speed, and he has really, really good hands as well.
They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down.
Well, he's putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often, and with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year. They're
going to throw it again. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the second down misfire. On third and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21. And the Canes are flying down the field. To the ground. He's got it again. They make the stop after a pickup of 3. Ball's at the 18.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
Pushing ahead, a tough run, picks up 4, it's down at the 15.
I think you run that play so you stay out of third and long. Third and long is not where an offense ever wants to thrive. Third and medium, hey, I'm good with that. So you run that play to make sure you're set up for a good third down.
He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line.
This is one of the top 10 offenses in the nation in getting first downs. To do that, you gotta have bounce. You can't always...
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Canes. On to attempt to try. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Trying to find his man on first down. Finds a soft spot in the middle. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the first down. The line getting set on second down. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the first quarter as we take a look at the stats. They'll line up for a second down play. Trying play action. Got it in the middle. It's Wilcox. And they finally haul him down, but not before the good catch and run. Stanford wants to push the pace.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys are there looking at the quarterback. They're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws, right in those holes, get those first downs, get those big chunks.
Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11.
You know, as a quarterback, you believe in your matchup. And my running back, if I can get him the ball in space, he's going to win a lot of times. He did in that time. The defense was ready. Nice job in the open field making the nice tackle.
And the defense snows him under after a very short game. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And he is not going to get there as the defense gets him on the ground. Stanford lines up to punt it away. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They've jumped on them, executing at a high level and up 14-0, David.
This is the exact start you want. The offense is playing great. Defense has gotten stops. You're in a position now, Palmer, to put the hammer down and get a 3-possession lead.
I'm really impressed with their physicality on both sides of the ball early in this one. They've been winning in the trenches. So here on offense, keep running the football and show your dominance.
And I'm kind of surprised by this performance, man. The QB last week, you could tell, dude, he was in rhythm. He was good timing. You could tell the chemistry with receivers were good. And today, everything just looks off. And it looks hard. It looks difficult. They got to find a way to get back in the rhythm they were in last week.
Another incompletion on third down.
This really has been a Jekyll and Hyde story for this quarterback. His last game out, he completed over 80% of his throws, but things just not going his way in this one. You've got to give the defense a ton of credit.
Unloads to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete, but there is a flag on the field. Let's see if the offense gets a reprieve. How many times do you think they're going to run that one back in film study? Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. That's a penalty. That's a penalty. That's a penalty. It'll be a long film study for him. Back to throw. It's Burden. Getting some heat. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack.
You want to change some of this bad luck you've had so far around? Get after the quarterback and get his butt on the ground. Nice job by the defense. This game ain't over. It's still the first half. This is a good start.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And you must do that against a guy of this caliber. This kind of QB will absolutely pick you apart. You got to get hurries. You got to get pressures. And when you can get hits and make him feel the physicality of the game, maybe you can take that guy and knock him down a few notches.
Blasted as he lets it go. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. The Canes will try to pin them back with the punt. And they'll let that one go, and it'll roll out of bounds. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. The lead's not insurmountable, just down 14-0. But, David, you don't score here, and it could get a little tricky fast.
If you don't score here, if you don't possess the football and put something together to give your defense a little bit of a blow, it's not the ideal start. But it ain't like this game's late in the football game. Create some momentum here in the second quarter.
Yeah, momentum's a real thing in college football. This team needs the juju to get going. That first quarter is one they'd love to forget. So find your best playmakers now. Get them isolated. Get them the football and let them go to work.
Stanford quickly to the line. On third and short, they'll go to the power running game. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Might as well give it to him again. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Last play was a near disaster. Now dealing with 2nd and 13. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. Wow, this offense is just stuck in the mud. They've already punted 4 times and it's third down now. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. This Stanford offense moving quickly down the field.
That is the exact situation that every defense draws up. I want you in third and long. I want you in a predictable passing situation. But I don't want you with that guy, because that guy can run around, scramble, buy time, make third and long look like third and short, and pick up a first down.
He's going to pass on second down. They're bringing heat. Going to try to get it himself. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love this slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. They'll try to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on 2nd and 15. He's looking to throw. It's complete to the left.
Really nice timing on that out route there. Good anticipation by the QB, getting it out on time. And how about the receiver securing the catch, tapping the toes before he went out.
of the shotgun on third down. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. And the field goal unit is on the field. And he'll try this one from the left hash and 33 yards away. Oh, that one will leave a mark. No good. Guys, a missed field goal and nothing changes. Still a 14-point game. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. He'll toss it. And he could not get loose on the run. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Here comes the option. He'll pitch it. Obliterates him, still on the move. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. They'll run this play from the pistol. Use the play fake, now to throw. Looking to the big tight end. It's complete. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. And the Canes have it with a 1st and 10. Looking for a huge play. Touchdown, Hurricanes! And they made it to the house where they found that 6 points waiting on them. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. And that's already his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Stanford has it back, the Cardinal offense returning to the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point in the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
They'll snap it from the 25 here on first down. He's going to pass. He'll get rid of it. On target over the middle. They finally make the stop, but that one will make those halftime stats look a little nicer as we head to the break. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Thanks, guys. Looks like we've got a terrific start from there in beautiful Miami Gardens.
Stanford will boot it away to start this second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Looking for a productive play on first down. They'll keep it on the ground to start the second half. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24. And the Hurricanes racing to the line in the hurry-up. Grab behind the line. It's Sanders. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks. First down, 10 yards to go. Handoff to the single back. Oh, gave the defender the business. What a good run there. He has enough for the first down.
This is going to be a big key for him, David, with the lead here in the second half, running the football, right? Staying on the field and bleeding the clock.
Yeah, run the football. You're ahead. You can be a little bit more conservative. But again, this opens up the pass. This keeps everything in balance for this offense.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Offense getting set for first down. Back to throw. It's Burden. Finds his tight end. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain, but makes life really easy on me on second.
And he reels it in inside the 30. Touchdown, Miami! And the pummeling has started. This is like a baseball pitcher that can't miss. He is just pounding the strike zone.
Yeah, it just gets in the zone, right? When you can't miss, you've seen quarterbacks get like that no matter what they do. They're on fire. They're hitting the receivers. And listen, that's also on the defense. The defense has to do a better job making him feel uncomfortable, changing what they're doing in coverage so he's a little bit confused. You can't just let him pick you up.
And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. After the good pickup on first down, let's see if they keep it on the ground. Off play action. Fires to the wideout. He makes a catch. And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head. They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. Handoff from the shotgun. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
And I tell you what, every time you throw it that direction, your coach holds his breath. Like, it was just a tip there, but he's #1 in the nation in interceptions for a reason. Breaks on the ball, sees the ball, make big plays. Be careful throwing that direction.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions.
What a job to lay out and make the catch. It is plays like that that'll let you pile up some serious passing yards.
What an effort. I mean, the layout to be able to catch the football, keep it off the ground. Nice job by this receiver, and that's why this quarterback's had a day. Guys making plays all over the field.
They go to the counter, and they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge. They got nothing on the last play at 2nd and 10. Back to pass, it's Burden. Steps away to find some room. Trying to find his man in the middle. And the pass is complete. He's got it at the 20. He was off to the races and maybe another step or two and he would have scored, but they get him at the 21-yard line. The Hurricanes will snap it on 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Fires toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity. 2nd down coming up. The inside handoff. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag on the field.
Hold it. Offense.
Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Using the quick game. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. And he just continues to put up numbers, and that number is now over 300.
This guy just throws completions, man. The ball doesn't seem to touch the ground. He's back there. He's making the right reads. Right now, he is locked into what this defense is trying to do.
Forced out of the pocket. Unleashes to the end zone. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be fourth down. And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. Right down the boulevard, it's good. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand. They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. Coming out on first down with the play fake. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. They're trying to dig out of the hole on second and long from the 9. They're going to test the right side with this one. Sweet feet on the move. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for you.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. He was dreaming of getting a few more on that return, but they'll take it in business at the 32. The offense lining up for a first down play. Quarterback will audible. To the air, it's Burden. Got his man on the right. Touchdown, Canes! And the stomping has commenced.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And the returner goes down. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Just wanted to find a little space to run and ekes out some to get it up to the 21. 8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short. They'll keep it on the ground to the right. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And it's just so hard. You watch this team on tape week after week after week, and there's just not a lot of space. What great backs, not good backs, and not a lot of offenses having a lot of success. You got to be creative. You got to find ways to get on the perimeter, and more importantly, you better be ready to throw the football.
Setting up for a 1st and 10 from the 26. Going to run it. It's Kane.
This running back just doesn't go down easy. It's just difficult for defenses to get him on the ground. Not overly huge, but if I'm an offensive coordinator, I'm going to continue to find ways to feature him and just, you know what, let his talent do the rest.
From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. It'll take some work to get to the sticks. It's 3rd and long from the 30. From the gun, wants to pass. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
And it's been a long day. I mean, there's not much to point out that this offense has done well. They're behind huge, and they got no shot if they can't somehow find a way to protect their quarterback.
He's got great speed. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. One final play before the end of the quarter. To the ground with the back. And after a very short pickup on that run, we have come to the end of the 3rd quarter. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. The lone back's got it. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
They'll try to run for it. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Canes have it with a 1st and 10. They move the tight end all over. Wide receiver coming across in motion. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Able to pick his way forward for a decent gain before the defense gets him down.
I know the passing game sells, and the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Back to throw, it's Burden. He rifles one deep down the right side. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down. Got a big lead in the 4th quarter, and you take that shot, and you stop the clock. Now, it's a long shot, but you're letting teams hang around.
And I prefer to win. Like, I want to make sure that, you know, if I'm up, I'm going to run the football, but there is definitely a school of thought nowadays where I'm putting up stats and I'm keeping the pedal to the floor.
The Canes have this offense rolling. They'll run the option. Now the toss. That's 20. He's got space. He's now up to 95 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. And the Canes are threatening in the red zone. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Nice job by this defense. Listen, you got to understand, they're going to run the football. They're going to try to milk the clock, Jesse. They got the huge lead.
Haven't been a lot of good plays for this defense in this game so far, so can they build on that one? Can they create some turnovers here in the second half to get back in this game?
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a 1st down without scoring. 3rd down. And they did not let him get to that 1st down line. It'll bring up a call here. Line of scrimmage is the 2, and they can pick up the touchdown Hurricane. And the route is on. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
And how about this offense? A big situation on 4th and goal, and you trust your running back. You trust your offensive line. You trust the physicality of this unit, and they reward that trust, and they punch it in for 6.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute. Offense gets set for 2nd down. He's looking to throw. On the run, fires downfield. He's got an open man. Got a lot of running room. Huge plays like that can change the complexion of a game, and he's got it at the 22-yard line. Barely time to catch our breath after that one, and they've got it 1st and 10, threatening just outside the red zone. Quarterback on the keeper. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Yeah, this offense, man, they just continue to struggle. And they need to find something that they do really, really well. And running the football late in the 4th quarter when you're getting beat by a good bit, that's probably not it. This offense needs to hit the gap.
Headed to the end zone, and he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Stanford!
And good for them. They put together a drive. They got a touchdown. It's been a bad day. I mean, this is a day they're going to want to forget. They're getting destroyed, but at least you get some positive vibes. Maybe finish this game on a little bit of a high note. A little bit.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. And he's got his man on the sideline. He'll come up a little short of the first down.
Well, that's great timing by the quarterback and receiver on that out route. If you're going to be running that against man coverage like they were there, that ball has to be thrown early, and it's got to be thrown out in front of the receiver, and they execute it perfectly.
It's complete. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before they'll recycle that down marker.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? Second down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is
nothing but green ahead. And there they go again with another huge gain on the ground. He's finally run out of bounds. And the Hurricanes getting set on 1st and 10. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. Found that crease, and they knock him down after a pickup of 5 to the 32. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. The give to the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, the defense finally able to make a play, getting a tackle for loss. They haven't had many of those today because this running back really has answered the bell. They knew coming in they were going to have to give him the football, force feed it to him, and let him go to work. He's done that. Well over 100 yards rushing in this game, and the defense just has not had the answers consistently for him.
And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. Between the uprights, it's good. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead. That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. They'll throw it on 1st down. Might be looking to run. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain. And now on 2nd down for this offense. He's looking to throw. Grabbed over the middle. It's Wilcox. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. We hit the 2-minute warning, and this offense is desperate to make something happen and do it in a hurry. They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
Well, I'll give this offense some credit because they've got a lot of fight. There is no quit in them, and they're obviously trailing by a big amount in this game. They haven't had a lot of success, but they're still taking shots, and their players are still out there competing.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game.
Stanford now has it in the red zone. From the gun on 3rd down. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
It's pretty obvious. This defense came into this one knowing they were going to have to play a complete game until there were zeros on the clock, especially against this quarterback. You cannot take your foot off the gas. And that's exactly what they're doing here. Late in the 4th quarter, they're still bringing it, and they get another sack.
So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Boy, they have delighted these home fans here by putting this game in a hammerlock, David.
Yeah, this crowd's been jacked up. They've been excited. Now they get to breathe a little bit, Palmer. Nice lead. This offense needs to go out and protect it.
Yeah, they've been the more physical team all game long. So let's just run the ball. Let's just ice this football game, take the W and go on.
Halfway there on first down and 2nd and 5. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. To the air, it's Burden. Gonna take a shot. Snatches it on the right. Off he goes. Touchdown, Miami! And the punishment has been extended. That one ought to give them firm control of this game, and they have gotten things going here, about to move to 4-1. And they finish it off with a touchdown and seal up this game.
Yeah, this might be what you call garbage time, and it might not really matter because you know the game's out of reach, but I like it. Keep executing, keep finding some more plays. Hey, maybe you find a play later on down the season you might come back to and say, hey, this actually worked in this situation.
And the returner will be dragged down. Stanford has it back, the Cardinal offense returning to the field. Well, this has pretty much been an evisceration, an old-fashioned stomping, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, this is one of those games.
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
And how about the hat trick? Like adding insult to injury. You got him in passing situation. You know what's coming. All I'm doing right now is trying to pad my stats and get those sacks.
Catch in the middle, it's Coffee. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. Stanford lines up to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. They bring him down. Strong effort by the coverage team, and that's how they'll put a period on this one. Guys, this is a really good win for this ball club as they put together consecutive